Have you ever been betrayed by the very people who were supposed to love and protect you? The ones you thought you could trust with your life? If you had told me years ago that my entire family, my parents, my brother, even my own wife, would turn their backs on me and throw me into the fire without hesitation, I wouldn't have believed you. But that's exactly what happened. My name is James, and I am 43 years old. I come from a family where there was always one golden child, my older brother, Michael. No matter what he did, he could do no wrong in my parents' eyes. I, on the other hand, could never measure up. If Michael failed at something, my parents would encourage and support him until he succeeded. But if I succeeded, it barely mattered. I learned early on that my best bet was to keep my head down and work hard for my own future. And I did. I built a good life for myself. But in the end, it didn't matter. Because when Michael decided that he wanted what was mine, my life, my wife, he made sure I lost everything. And the worst part? My own family helped him do it. For the most part, Michael and I lived our own separate lives. I worked hard, went to college in another city, got my MBA, and built a stable career. Michael, on the other hand, barely made it through high school. When he flunked out of college, my parents set him up with a hardware store to keep him afloat. I didn't mind. I was busy building my own future. And in 2008, I met Emily. She was beautiful, smart, and kind. We met in college, fell in love, and moved back to our hometown together. She was the first person who truly made me feel seen and valued. That year, I brought Emily home for the holidays to introduce her to my family. To my surprise, they were warmer toward me than they had ever been before. It was almost like I was the golden child for once. But something felt off. Michael couldn't take his eyes off Emily. At first, I brushed it off, but then he started showing up at our apartment unannounced. First, once every few months, then once a week. Then almost every night, always in the evening when Emily and I were trying to unwind after work. It got to the point where I had to set boundaries. "Michael, you need to stop coming over so much," I told him firmly one night. "Emily and I need our space." He acted like it was no big deal. But my parents? They were furious. "He's your brother," my mother scolded. "How could you be so cruel?" I didn't back down. And after a huge fight, Michael apologized and stopped showing up as much. At least I thought he did. Emily and I got married in 2013. Michael showed up to the wedding with a date, Laura. 11 months later, he married her. I thought things were finally settling down. Emily and I built a happy life together, and by 2017, we had 2 beautiful daughters, Olivia and Chloe. Then in 2018, my world collapsed. It was a regular day. Emily had taken our kids to see my parents while I was out running errands. Then I got a phone call from my father. "Get over here. Now." Something in his voice made my stomach drop. When I arrived, my entire extended family was there. My wife was sobbing. My parents looked at me like I was something disgusting. Then my father said the words that shattered my life. "How could you do this? You're a monster." I had no idea what he was talking about. Then they showed me screenshots of text, messages I had supposedly sent to a woman named Amanda, an old acquaintance from high school. The texts threatened her and told her not to report that I had attacked her at a party. I was stunned. "I never sent these," I said. "This isn't real." No one listened. Emily was shaking. "I don't even know who you are anymore," she whispered. Then, my father slapped me across the face. "I never want to see you again," he growled. I was disowned on the spot. Emily took the kids and left. My father packed their things from our apartment and threw me out of my own home. Then, to make things even worse, Michael posted the accusations online. My friends cut me off. My boss told me to resign or be fired. In one single day, I lost my family, my marriage, my job, my home, my entire life. And Michael? He just stood there smiling.